I run a small home decor business. It started with handmade candles, then wall art, then a little storefront. It was my dream, until the economy slowed down and sales dropped. In early February, I realized I needed a loan or I'd lose everything. I didn't want to go through banks. My credit score wasn't great, and I didn't have time for long approvals. So, like most desperate people do, I turned to the internet. I saw an ad on Facebook that caught my eye. It said, "Instant approval loans. No credit check, bad credit okay." There was a picture of a happy woman holding cash. It looked legit. The page had hundreds of likes and reviews. I clicked. The page directed me to a WhatsApp number. I messaged them and immediately got a reply from a man named Mr. Collins. He said he was a senior loan officer from a private finance company. He sounded professional, sent me forms, ID, even a company profile. I filled out an application form and sent it back. He replied within an hour, congratulating me. I'd been approved for $25,000. I was shocked, relieved. I felt like my business had just been saved. But then came the first fee. He said before they could release the funds, I needed to pay a processing fee of $180 to activate my account. He assured me it was refundable, part of standard procedure. I hesitated, but he sent screenshots of others who had received their loans, so I paid. An hour later, he said the system required a second payment. This time, a loan insurance fee of $250. He explained it was to secure the funds in case of default. I felt uneasy, but I'd already paid the first fee. If I backed out now, I'd lose it, so I paid again. A day later, he said the funds were ready, but stuck in transit because my account needed to be verified by the international remittance server. Another $320. I asked why this wasn't mentioned earlier, and he told me the loan process adapts to regulatory changes. It sounded ridiculous, but he was so confident, so calm. I started to cry after sending the third payment. Something didn't feel right. I texted him, asking to cancel the loan and refund me. He ignored me for a full day. When he finally responded, he said the refund could only be processed after paying a final deactivation fee of $200. That's when I knew I'd been scammed. I begged. I told him I was a single mom. I told him my business was dying. He read my messages, but never replied again. I went back to the Facebook page. It was gone, vanished. The reviews were fake. The number was blocked. Everything he sent me, his ID, the company papers, were likely stolen or photoshopped. In total, I lost $750. It may not sound like much to some people, but to me, it was survival money, rent, food, my son's school fees. It hurt more than I can explain. What hurt most wasn't the money. It was the hope, the emotional manipulation. He never yelled, never pressured. He made me feel like I was part of something secure, something real. He made me believe I'd be okay. I reported the number to WhatsApp. I filed a complaint online. But I knew the chances of getting justice were almost zero. These scammers are clever, fast, and often untraceable. A week later, I got a message from a different number claiming they could help me recover my funds. That's when I realized it was another scam waiting to happen. Now, I warn others. I share my story because I don't want anyone else to fall for this. If someone asks for money before giving you a loan, it's a scam. No real lender does that. If you're desperate for a loan, please take a deep breath. Don't fall for promises that sound too easy. Verify everything. Talk to someone you trust. And remember, scammers prey on your urgency. I still haven't recovered financially, but I've recovered emotionally. And I've promised myself that no one will trick me like that again, ever. If you found this story helpful or eye-opening, please consider sharing it with someone who might be at risk. The more people know about these scams, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed. And if you've experienced something similar or want to share your story to help others, send it to us at the email in the description below. you might save someone from falling into the same trap. This is Michael Mitnick, where we expose scammers and their tricks, so you can stay safe. Thank you all for watching.